College football championship weekend here. We have a short slate of games. I got a couple picks I want to get to you. Plus, I'm going to address those big games, Ohio State, Northwestern, as well as Alabama, Georgia. Omitting Texas and Oklahoma because I don't really have a take, but I will talk about that one here in just 1 second. First, though, let me say thank you to subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Check out my other videos. NFL picks also out for Week 13. Check out those videos as well. All right. So let's get into this. First, starting off with a couple games that are not championship football games. First of all, Marshall going into Virginia Tech. I think the better team is going to win here. Outright, Marshall 8-3, getting the win in Virginia Tech. I think it'll be a back and forth game, very close game. Virginia Tech is not what they have typically been, and they have a very young team. Some injuries coming in. Marshall, on the other hand, ended the season well at 8-3 right now. Back and forth, I think getting 3.5 is going to be a blessing, as that game is going to be, I think, within a field goal either way. I'll take 3 and a hook with Marshall. All right, second game I have is going to be a rematch game, championship game. We're talking Memphis UCF. I'm taking Memphis. I think Memphis ends the streak. One of the best running backs in football, in college football right now, is with Memphis. UCF's weakness is stopping the run. I think Memphis is going to run all over UCF. Quarterback injury for UCF really puts a ding on this game. I think it's going to be a good defensive battle because there's so much on the line. And UCF, there used to be a saying in wrestling, it's much better not to know how to win, but better not to know how to lose. And I think UCF has that going for them, but time is ticking. It showed in that first time they played Memphis. They really came out and had to do a lot right to win that game in the fourth quarter. Unfortunately, I think this candle is burnt out, and I think Memphis gets the win here with an injured UCF team going against Memphis. So give me Memphis. I'm going to point to one other game before I get into the big games real quick. We have Iowa State hosting Drake, FCS Drake. Drake is 7-4, and they're a decent FCS team. They've won some games big. They've put a lot of points on the board, and I just don't see any motivation in this game. The game opened up at 45 in favor of Iowa State, and it's dropped down to 41.5. I say grab the 41.5. I think this game will be about 30-35. We've seen what FCS and smaller schools have done to those big schools. Look at the Citadel against Alabama. They've given them a run for their money at times. And this is one of those games where there's zero motivation for Iowa State. There's going to be a look forward into the bowl season. Meanwhile, Drake has nothing to lose. I look for them to hang in this game. I don't think it'll need to be a backdoor cover. I think that it'll land in the high 20s, if not low 30s, let alone 41.5. I think that's at way too high. So take a look at that. I'm taking Drake plus 41.5. I know it's an odd game to pick with this championship weekend, but money is money, and mine is just as important as yours. So check it out. All right. Let's get into these two games. Ohio State going against Northwestern. I think this is going to be a tough battle. In fact, I think the number at 14 is set pretty right. However, if I had to take a side, this is not my best bet of the weekend. If I had to take a side, I'm going Ohio State minus 14.5. Here's why. Because style points are going to matter here. I think when we have the game and it's going to be 28-14 in the fourth quarter, Ohio State's going to get the ball and they're going to drive down. They're going to put another score on the board, making it 35-14. And they're going to try and get the ball back and put another score on the board to make it 42-14. They're going to try and get the ball back, see if they can do one more score to make it 49-14. That's what they have to do to jump Oklahoma this weekend, pending Oklahoma wins. So I think Ohio State's going to do whatever they need to do to run that score up. Urban Meyer knows what he's doing here. He knows how to get into the playoff, and that's what it's going to take for what they have done this season and the bad football they've played throughout the season, and especially with a 29-point loss to Purdue. That's what they got to do to get in. So I'm going to take Ohio State minus the 14.5 there. Like I said, not my favorite play, but if I had to take a side, if I'm taking it, that's what it's going to be, is Ohio State minus the 14.5. All right, last game, Bama, Georgia. I think the best play here is going to be a first half underplay. Down the stretch, the last few games, Bama has opened up pretty conservatively. not opening up their offense. 17 against Auburn. They were close. It was a close game against the Citadel at half. They have not been opening up their offense. It's been pretty conservative. And Georgia, frankly, has been playing just about as good a defense as Bama has here down the stretch as well. So, I don't mind. I think both teams are going to be running the football out of the gates, and both teams have great defenses. I don't mind. I mean, I was looking at the game under 64. I think it's going to be an under first half, and then second half they'll open up the offense a little bit and let the quarterback sling it around a little bit more. But I'm going to be taking the under in the first half. Bama, Georgia. Don't forget Ohio State minus 14.5. Memphis getting the win +3 over UCF. Marshall +3.5. And then we got that dirty game. Drake +41.5 against Iowa State. All right, good luck, everyone, this championship weekend. We'll see you on the bowl games. Check out my videos at that time. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get those plays. All right, good luck, everyone. See you again soon.